Hey everyone, and welcome back to SLO City Kids News. We are so excited that you're joining us today. Kids, families, parents, it's going to be an awesome time. We're so excited to bring the news back, and we hope that this is a chance for you guys, parents, to get caught up on everything that we're talking about in SLO City Kids. Kids, we hope it's a chance to help you tell your parents everything that you're learning in SLO City Kids. And so we are going to have an absolute blast today. Sky Guy, the news guy, is back. And
What is all of this?
Abby.
What's going on?
What
is this?
It's SLO City Kids News. Did you not know we're doing SLO City Kids News? It's back this week. And
What is SLO City Kids News?
Abby. What is SLO City Kids News?
Yeah.
Okay, where do I start? Okay, SLO City Kids News is Sky Guy, the news guy, hosts it.
Okay.
And it's like SLO City Kids watch it at home, and they can like send in video submissions, and we talk about like cool news stories that are happening in the world, and like now it's a way for like parents to be caught up on everything that we're learning about. I should just show you. Let's roll it. Let's watch it together. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Let's watch SLO City Kids News together. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
T-minus 5 minutes until broadcast.
5 minutes, Sky Guy. Got it.
Looking a little pale on the left side.
Copy. All right, last touch. Good. Perfect.
Thanks, Jordan.
T-minus 10 seconds. Can somebody please tell the construction crew to quiet down? Sky Guy, you ready?
Ready.
Welcome to SLO City Kids News, where we bring you good news of great joy for all the people. Here is your host, Sky Guy, the news guy.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to SLO City Kids News. We are so excited that SLO City Kids News is back in action, and I'm your host, Sky Guy, the news guy. And it's my job to update you guys at home, kids, parents, families together, about all of the things that have been happening lately in SLO City Kids. And I have a lot to catch you guys up on. So we're gonna jump right in. And our first news story for this edition of SLO City Kids News is Kids Camp. Kids Camp 2021 happened this year. It was the very first year that we ever did Kids Camp, and it was an absolute blast. I got the chance to be on location and interview some of our very own SLO City kids to ask them what some of their favorite parts of Kids Camp were. Check out this clip.
My favorite part of Kids Camp was pizza, and it was pretty good pizza, and also we made these really cool tie-dye shirts.
My favorite part of Kids Camp was playing with my friends and worshiping. My favorite part of kids camp was the flag game we got to play. My favorite part of kids camp was worship because I like to see so many smiles and so many people having fun. I've never seen anything like that before.
Worshiping was really fun because we got to dance a lot.
The funniest thing about kids camp was the skits about Wonderbot.
What I learned about God in kids camp was that no matter what we do, Jesus always forgives us.
I invited my friend Book to kids camp because I wanted her to learn more about God and start coming to church, and I wanted her to have a lot of fun, and she did, and I was really excited that she had a lot of fun. I invited my friends to kids camp because I wanted them to learn more about God. I got invited from my good friend Jonas. I was really happy when Jonas invited me to kids camp.
Every day at kids camp, we watched these really funny fat animals, and they like fell into the river, and they swam with their heads in the water.
Fat, big animals.
Okay.
Every day at kids camp in small groups we did a science experiment, and my favorite one was the one that we put vinegar and baking soda in a beaker with food coloring, and it expanded and it exploded and it overflowed, and that shows that if we tell other people about God's love for us, it can expand and more people can come to church and worship and learn about Him.
You should come to kids camp because there's you can make friends easily.
The first day of kids camp, we all got put into tribes: moose goose, cat bats, sloth moths, and bee bears. My tribe at kids camp was the cat bats, and we were green, and we had the best leader in our tribe. Her name was Maddie, and I had a lot of friends in my tribe, like Michelle, and I had a lot of other friends there. One thing I learned about God is that He does nothing for bad, He does everything for good. On the last day of kids camp, we got to celebrate with a popsicle party. I love kids camp because they gave me a lot of joy. There were lots of adult leaders at kids camp, and they made me feel happy and safe, and they were very kind, and they helped me with whatever I needed to do and that I didn't really know how to do. One thing I learned at kids camp was no matter what we do, God still forgives us and loves us no matter what we do.
And woo!
I love kids camp! That sounds like a whistle! You should come to kids camp next year because it was a lot of fun. We did worship, we did a lot of fun games. We got to play with Sky Guy, the games guy. And we got to see Wonderbot and learn about the Bible and Jesus. Yeah.
I can't wait for next year.
Wow! That's just sweet.
Okay. Now,
I need a little sound check, Ellison.
chicken 1, 2.
Perfect.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I know that was a lot.
I
So say, I was glad my friends.
my kids.
Blooper! You got your blooper. Okay. Okay, we gotta do it again because Israel was in the background jumping around with this. That is actually perfect. That's awesome. Look back at your friend. Wait, Israel, come over in the shot. This is one of Jonas's friends. Alright.
Great blooper, Skylar.
Okay, that was really good. Okay.
That was so funny. Was that filming?
Yep, we got it. Another blooper.
Wait, what happened?
Jonas's sole mission is to make sure we have bloopers.
Okay,
Okay,
ready?
so one
Wait,
thing
what?
I
One
learned
thing I
about
learned
God.
about God is.
The one thing I learned about God is that He does nothing for good.
Wrong way.
Try again.
Okay, ready?
Filming?
Yep.
Filming.
Wait, I just gotta start smiling for a second.
You can smile when you talk about what you learned. One thing I learned about.
We've got 3 bloopers so
Tell
far.
Skylar. The
All right, Kids Camp 2021 was an absolute blast, and we don't want you to miss Kids Camp next year. So be on the lookout for the dates coming later in the winter of this year for Kids Camp 2022, so you can mark your calendar so you don't miss out on all of the fun. Just like previous episodes of SLO City Kids News, there are going to be a lot of opportunities for you guys to send in video submissions at home to get yourself on the news. And so, in this month's edition of SLO City Kids News, we've got some clips of some of our students who memorized their memory verse during this past series. This past series in SLO City Kids was on the life of Joseph, and our memory verse was Romans 8:28. Check out these clips of some of our awesome students who did the hard work of memorizing this verse.
And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28. We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans 8:28.
Great job, you guys, on memorizing your memory verse. In this next series that we're doing in SLO City Kids, there's going to be another chance for you guys at home to memorize the verse and send in a video clip. All right, next thing we're going to do in SLO City Kids News is SLO City Kids Rewind, where we're going to take a look back on the series that we just finished and give you guys a chance to talk about it together as a family. So, instead of me, Sky Guy the News Guy, just telling you guys what we talked about and stuff, kids, you are going to get the chance to tell your parents everything that you learned in SLO City Kids this past month and everything that you learned about the life of Joseph. And so what's going to happen next? There's going to be a slide that's going to come up on the screen with some different prompts to help you retell the story of Joseph to your parents. Take some time, tell them everything you remember, everything you learned about Joseph. And then the next slide that's going to come up on the screen is some discussion questions for you guys to have small group time together as a family. So do the recap, do the discussion questions, and then press play again on the video, and we will keep rolling with the news. Parents, we have had an absolute blast this past month learning all about the life of Joseph on Sunday mornings. And kids, parents, families, remember, God is with us always. God is with us in the good, He is with us in the bad, and He is using all of the circumstances in our life for good and to make us more like His Son, Jesus. All right, our next segment of SLO City Kids News is our Look Ahead. And we're going to look at the series that we are currently in on Sunday mornings and what we're going to continue to do over the next few weeks in SLO City Kids. For this part of the show, I have called in a very special friend. I'm so excited and happy to introduce you guys at home to Abby the anchor.
Hey everyone, I'm Abby the anchor and I'm here to give you the SLO City Kids Look Ahead. And looking ahead, our next SLO City Kids series will be What Love Does, where we will learn how love is an action and it helps us to bring hope for everyone. Love celebrates, love gives generously, and love forgives others. And the really cool part is that our whole church will be a part of this series. And friends, you'll be so excited to know that challenge sheets are back with the SLO City Kids News. Challenge sheets can be downloaded on our website at slocity.church/kids. There you'll find some challenges for you and your family, and there just might be an opportunity to get on next month's episode of SLO City Kids News. Sky Guy? Sky Guy? Closing the news. Looks like I'm closing the news. Well, hey friends, that was a great episode of SLO City Kids News, and we will meet you right back here next month. But for now, stay tuned for a message from Skylar and Abby.
What'd you think?
That was awesome.
That was pretty cool, right? Hey, we hope you guys had an awesome time at home. Kids, parents, families, watching SLO City Kids News. And parents, we hope this is an awesome resource for you to have some great conversations with your kids and to get all caught up on everything that they're learning and hear on Sunday mornings at SLO City Kids.
Yeah, and lastly, before you go, on September 12th, we'll be having our 2-year celebration, and it's going to be super fun. There'll be inflatables and other super fun stuff for your kids, and we can't wait to see you there.
It's going to be awesome. We can't wait to see you guys right back here on the next episode of SLO City Kids News coming in about 4 weeks. So check your email, be on the lookout for that. Awesome stuff. It's going to be great. All right, we'll see you guys.